Bitch, where's my fucking cheese platter? All right.
My cousin gets on the phone with an attitude. She basically said that the room service menu was shit.
Listen, you need to up your fucking service here. What is this bullshit menu? Who the fuck's ordering a cheeseburger? All right, bring me a cheese platter now.
You have to be careful with what you put your name to. I have male creators offering to pay me to
work together,
to use me in their content, and I'm not going to put my name to someone that I don't know. You know, nobody likes when an influencer endorses something, then they buy the product and the product is shit. I've had comedians tell me that I'm hilarious.
If it's coming from them, must be true.
They thought I cracked them up.
There you go.
So I was like, oh my God, you think I'm funny? Thanks, tell me again. My theory is that the crying was a publicity stunt.
That's what I was thinking.
More people were actually talking about the fact that she cried than the actual stunt in itself. Welcome back, everyone. This is our first episode that Mark and I have done together, just us two, for a long time.
Forever.
Since the first episode. So episode 1.
Really?
Yeah, season 2. Well, this season, episode 1, it was just us two. Let me just kick this episode off with a quick mention of our sponsors. So this episode is brought to you by Raven Management. They specialize in accounting and financial services for the adult industry. Guys, usually I'm the one that takes like 50,000 years to get the camera right, like all the angles, which if you're watching at home, like you see my head moving now, like I just don't think that I don't know about this angle. I look tanned though. It's because I fake tanned because I had a photo shoot. So I had a photo shoot on Monday.
Yep.
And it was, I think it was some of my best work. Yeah.
Damn.
Have you met Rocky?
No.
No.
Who's Rocky?
One of so
like the fighter?
There's 3 photographers that I shoot with. There's 3 photographers that I shoot with regularly.
Yeah.
Rocky, Emma, Aaron, if anyone's...
I met Aaron. Aaron's a cool dude.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, because we did our podcast shoot with Aaron.
We did. Yep.
That's
cool
right.
Dude.
Okay, that was... Okay, yeah. For some reason, I totally forgot that was... For some reason, I thought that you had met Rocky, but no, it was Aaron that you met who did our shoot. You know what's funny? Is I keep getting... it's almost like I'm a model influencer.
A model influencer.
Like I get so many DMs of photographers wanting to shoot me, and I'm like, I almost feel like I'd be cheating on the photographers that I use regularly. So I mentioned that there's 3 photographers that I go with regularly. And I mean, I kind of am cheating on all of them with each other. But
they know that you're seeing other photographers? I think they know
it's like a poly relationship, that it's me and them 3. But they will like the pictures that I post of the other person's work. And they're all like all 3 of them are very well-known, established photographers. They shoot a lot of girls in the industry. Yeah. So I don't think there's any, jealousy tension, amongst any of them, because I shoot with them all like quite regularly, and they're never like, oh, you shot that thing with that other person and not me.
I guess they'd be worried if you just never came back, but I think by now they realize that you're just like
and I talk about ideas with and I talk about different ideas with each of them, and why I shoot with like them 3 is well, they all have different styles, like and that's probably also why I don't think that there is too much animosity between them. Is that all their styles are like completely different. So I will go to like, a different one depending on like what kind of vibe of the shoot that I'm doing. Okay. So yeah, but anyway, which never used to happen, but I guess now that I do more shoots nowadays, is I'm getting lots of, I don't want to say wannabe photographers, but I get a lot of like, amateur photographers is probably the right word, not wannabe photographers.
Do they basically come to you saying like, I'll do a free shoot?
No, I just don't do it. I know I don't do it.
But is that what they ask, or they're just like,
I don't know. They kind of just listen. I don't even know if it's for free or not, but they just message me like, hey, we should shoot sometime or blah blah blah. And I just don't do it because I'm happy with the photographers that I have now, and I know that their work is good. Like, so it's a bit risky with like an amateur, I guess, because I mean, you can see some of their work, I guess, on their page, but you don't even know if that's really their work if you don't know them. You don't know anyone that shot with them. And then if I was to work with them and they were really shit, and then they're promoting themselves with like my pictures, and then people then start shooting with them thinking like, oh, they must be really good if Kat shot with them. So that's another reason why I don't. And I find a lot of girls in the industry are kind of like this as well. Is you have to be careful with what you put your name to sometimes, because when you have a certain reputation in the industry, I've been in the industry for a long time, and people trust that if. Like for instance, if I work with somebody that I'm vetting them, and I have that same trust back to other people. Like there are people in the industry that I would look up to, and if they do something or work with someone, I would I would assume that that person is a good person to work with, or they're a safe person to work with.
Yeah.
And because, you know, there's a lot of horror stories from photographers.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's the same thing with male creators. Like I have male creators offering to pay me to use
together.
me in their content, and I just say the same thing. I'm like, I'm not going to put my name to someone that I don't know, and I don't know how they are with other people. So yeah, I feel like you got to be careful when you reach a certain. And it's like this with anything, even influencers. Like, you know, nobody likes when an influencer endorses something, then they buy the product and the product is shit.
Yeah,
no one likes that, and it's like it creates like a distrust. So I wouldn't want to. So that's why I like to have a certain level of vetting if I'm going to work with someone, because if I'm putting my name on it, and I see that happen. Like, you know, a lot of people, like I will shoot with the photographers I use, and the photographers tell me like, oh yeah, they saw this shoot that we did, and then they booked me because they really liked that shoot that we did together. So yeah, that happens. Anyway, I just went on a full blown tangent just then.
No, it makes sense.
Back to the show, Mark.
No, but it makes sense. So like you have 3 photographers that are amazing, are really good, and if you have someone else coming in being like, oh, I can just do this shoot, it's not a matter of as simple as like, oh yeah, I can just test it out, because then they have your photos, they post them up, it's got your approval. Other people might like think, oh, they're a good photographer, they're good to work with, even if they could have been horrible.
Well, yeah, and it's like that with anything. Like I try to only like, you know, promote products that I actually like. Evian. Evian, which I do like Evian. Raven Management, which everyone should be contacting Raven Management. Oh no, but I was just talking about my shoot. Anyway, so I had a shoot on Monday. I did it in a penthouse at the Gold Coast.
Wow, fancy.
I flew one of my cousins up. Is also one of my little cousins is doing she does like my videography for me now, like my behind the scenes stuff.
Awesome.
And she was obviously living her best. She's getting a taste for the high life now, actually, now that I'm like flying her around doing stuff with me. She basically, this is a little cat hack for anybody that stays at hotels. Okay. If you stay at a hotel and it's, you know, it has to be like a reasonably decent hotel. And if you're paying like, you know, money for a good room, or like you've spent a bit of money at this hotel, if you don't like the room service menu, you can usually ask for something that's off menu.
Oh.
And so I have many a times ordered cheese platters that are not on the menu, but like I'll just call and be like, you know, if I'm and I know like if I've got a good room at the place, you know, well, so I was in the penthouse. Yeah, it wasn't like one of there was like different levels of penthouse, and mine was like the top tier penthouse. It was like I think it was like $4,000 for the one night. So anyway, so my cousin is now
getting cheese platters for you.
My cousin's like usually so like timid and, you know, quiet and shy, but now she's getting used to the high life. And I was explaining to her, she was like, oh, I really want a cheese platter, but it's not on the room service menu. I go, no, you just call and you ask if they can do one. You're in the penthouse. They'll make you. I've done it. This is like the 10th time that I've been to a hotel and asked for either a cheese platter or an antipasto platter that wasn't on the menu, and they make, obviously you ask nicely. But
anyway, bitch, where's my fucking cheese platter?
My cousin gets on the phone with an attitude.
Well, she basically
said that the room service menu was shit.
Excuse me, I'm laying 4K, all right? Listen, you need to up your fucking service here. What is this bullshit menu, all right? There needs to be some variety. Who the fuck's ordering a cheeseburger, all right? Bring me a cheese platter now.
That is literally exactly what happened. And the cheese platter, I'm telling you, I'm going to show you a photo right now. Yeah. They even went to the effort of they must have sent like one of their bellboys to the shops and been like, oi, the people in penthouse
704.
Penthouse, whatever, they need, because I find it hard to believe that they just had all of this on hand and don't have cheese platter on the menu. So I think they went and
they 100%.
They had a bellboy go to the store and get all of that stuff.
They were like, this is straight up. They would not have had that around.
It was varieties of cheeses.
There's like 2 types of crackers. There's walnuts. There's a few different types of cheese. There's one strawberry cut up. And then is that apple or pear? Maybe
it's
pear.
Apple and then quince paste.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I found it hard to believe they just had that sitting in the fridge.
And you can kind of tell it's what this looks like.
Muscatels as well. Like, who just has muscatels in the fridge?
What this looks like, is that I've gone on a picnic, and then my girlfriend's been like, can you go to Coles and get like a cheese platter or something? Like, you can tell there was like almost like a guy. There's no chef putting this together like pre-prepared. It kind of looks like someone put this together.
A girl gave a bellboy a list and said, go to the 100%. Store and get these things.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I can identify this. Yeah.
Anyway, and then my cousin was in disbelief. She's like, I didn't even know that this hack existed.
It's possible. Yeah.
I know. It's probably not going to exist now. Everyone that's listening to this goes start ordering cheese
Next time I get a $4,000 penthouse, I know what to do. I've got my like $50 hotel room. I've got the phone. Like, excuse me, where the fuck's my cheese platter? Like, we don't give a fuck about you.
But anyway, what has been happening? So I feel like we've seen each other obviously for like doing the podcast, but like we haven't caught up personally. So what has been happening?
What has been happening? Fucking hell. What is my life? All right. I've been to Bali twice.
You're still homeless.
Yeah, still homeless. I'm living on the street.
Homeless and balding.
So homeless and balding. So I'm looking for a place. So hopefully.
You're between boxes.
Hopefully next 2 weeks. It's just hard to find somewhere I like. But hopefully next 2 weeks.
Have you been looking at all? Because you've been homeless for a few months now.
Yeah, I know.
You came back from Europe ages ago.
I'm kind of enjoying the streets, you know. Kind of enjoying it. Yeah. The problem is I've been looking and I just haven't found something I like yet. So
have you been looking? Yeah. There's been places here in my building.
Yeah. I haven't been looking in the city. We've been looking
so you don't want to do city?
No. Bondi Junction and Edgecliff so far. And now this week we're going to have a look in Zetland, see what's up there.
You know what's going to happen is you guys are going to end up in the city because there's going to be nowhere else to live.
We'll see.
Do you not want to live in the city?
We'll see.
Or do you not care?
I don't have a huge preference, to be honest. Like in terms of location, I don't have a huge preference. In terms of the place itself, I do.
Yeah.
So
you don't want a run-down place.
Yeah, like I want aircon, you know what I'm like.
All right, so that's the thing. So people listening that don't live in Sydney, because people probably assume like living somewhere like on the beach is really nice. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's all old.
Places on the beach in Sydney, it's unless you buy a place and you renovate it, everything is really old and really run down. Exactly right. There's no aircon.
Yeah.
Like
the stove is usually old. Yeah.
There's the bathroom. So bathroom was a big deal breaker for me as well. So when I was like looking for places when I moved to the city, it had to have a nice bathroom.
Yeah.
Had to have a nice kitchen.
Yeah.
And obviously aircon is definitely good. And no places on the beach have nice anything. It's very old, very run down.
Yeah. That's the problem. Like you'll find, like, for instance, like we found a place that was like really nice, but then it was like over the road and you just hear all the cars driving past, like fuck. And so sometimes you'll find something nice and then something else. But anyway, Zetland, that's our next spot. We'll have a look there. We'll see what we find. But
I think you'll have some luck there. That's like, you know, that Zetland, Alexandria area. There's a lot of places there. But anyway, so what else has happened? Okay, so still homeless.
I went to Bali a couple of times. Have I spoken to you since then?
No, because we missed each other in Bali. So I went to Bali with like some of mine and Mark's friends in December at the start. And you were going to come, but then you literally went like a few days later.
I went like a week
which
later.
was really slack actually.
Yeah. I had work. So I went.
So?
Twice. But did you get sick in Bali?
No.
Fuck me.
I tried to make myself sick and it didn't work.
I got sick twice.
I drink the tap water as soon as I get there.
Shut the fuck up.
I do.
No, you don't.
Give myself Bali belly.
No, you don't.
Get skinny.
You're
doesn't
crazy.
work. I think it's like my body knows that I'm trying to trick it.
Bruh,
just won't do it.
I was so sick twice. And now I'm like, I'm traumatized. I never want to go back to Bali. It was not a good experience.
So you got sick, like, because you went twice.
Both times I went.
And you got sick.
Yeah.
God, I'm so jealous. I hear all of these stories of people going to Bali, getting Bali belly, losing half their body weight. Yep. And here I am out drinking the tap water like
insane.
Like it's the elixir of life.
Yep.
And not even a sniffle.
You must have like a crazy music. Because literally like me, half my students got sick. And I was being so careful. Like I was only eating this one place. It was like really nice. I would only have...
Body Factory? I love Body Factory.
Yeah.
We ate there like every day. It was so 100%.
Good. I lived like across the road from it.
Oh.
So
Oh, that's my dream.
And man, I got so sick. I don't know. So anyway, Bali off the list. I'm not going back. Fuck it.
No, you are, because we're gonna go back for Easter.
No. Not doing it. I can't. I'm so traumatized.
What are you eating or drinking that makes you sick? Because
I have no
what
idea.
Is it so I can drink it next time I go?
Fuck off. I literally was even on like probiotics. One of my mates found like this medication you can take that helps to prevent it. And like I was doing all this shit and I was like still.
So what are you doing wrong? Because like, okay, when we got there, because we went with like a big group and nobody got sick.
Maybe I'm trying to, because I've been to Bali, I don't know, like 8 times, never ever got sick except these last 2 times. The 2 times where I'm like, I'm going to be really careful because I'm not going for long.
Did you like eat or drink something different?
I was eating at that one place, like the gym, Body Factory place.
But we ate there, so I don't think that would have made you sick, because we ate there.
Bottled water the entire time, brushing my teeth, bottled water. I would shower and I'd be so careful not to get like water close to my mouth.
Bottled water on your face.
Yeah, I was literally washing with like my face with bottled water. Like I was trying so hard. Sick. I don't know. Not going back. They've got a thing for me. I don't know. They've singled me out.
Some people say it's the ice in the drink. So like if you go
I don't get ice in drinks.
Yeah. So I was like extra ice. I was crunching on that shit.
I'm so annoyed that you didn't care about getting sick and I did.
I wanted to. I literally got there. I was brushing my teeth with the tap water. I was like in the shower with the tap water. And it's still not like I'm half South American though, so I feel like I've got
genes.
Yeah, because in South America it's the same thing. In South America you're not supposed to drink the tap water either, but my dad grew up there. I might have I'm assuming I must have the whatever.
You've got the anti-getting sick gene.
I must have it because my mum, when we used to go to South America, my mum used to get sick all the time, but I never did. So I must have the stomach of steel or something apparently.
Yeah. So enjoy Easter. I won't be there. So
no, you will.
No, not happening.
Yes, you will.
No, I'm not going back. GG. It's done. So what have you been up to? You've been doing a bit of traveling? You just got back from somewhere.
That was Gold Coast and Brisbane I had a shoot in the Gold Coast. I was working there as well. Brisbane, I had a friend of the show, Carly Electric, has started doing stand-up comedy.
Let's
which
go.
I didn't realize that the sex worker to comedian pathway was a thing. Yep. What do they call it? Pathway?
Yeah, pathway.
Game plan? Is that what? Pipeline. That's pipeline? The word.
Okay, sure.
That's the word. The sex worker to comedian pipeline, I didn't know it existed. But when she started posting and promoting her comedy show, a few other girls were commenting that that were like, oh yeah, I remember when so and so did their stand up thing a few years back, and then I remember going to so and so's stand up a few years before that as well, and I was like, I didn't realize so many sex workers were funny.
Jesus, there you go. Well, listen, we know what your next move is. Okay.
Well, apparently it's the natural progression.
Exactly. OnlyFans, escorting. Comedian.
Yeah, apparently so. So that was fun. So friend of the show, Carly Electric, her
fun times.
She's got a few shows coming up still. So if you want to catch Carly,
what city was that? Where was she doing?
It was Brisbane. So that was her. Yeah, but I think she's going around.
Cool. Fun times.
Australia doing. There's a comedy route.
Comedy route.
Yeah, route is in ROUTE.
Yeah.
Like a.
Okay, just a bunch of places that do open
I think
mics.
There's a few festivals, I think, that kind of
comedy festivals,
in, whatever or something. So she's
doing a tour.
Anyway, but other than that, no, I was in Sydney other than the little bit I was in Bali, I was in Sydney pretty much all of December, all of January. Yeah. Just chilling out.
Just chilling.
Yeah, because I toured so much. I traveled so much last year, I think, that I just wanted some time in my apartment.
Just chilling.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
You enjoyed the downtime a little bit?
Yeah. Very much so.
You seem relaxed. Excuse me, I'm dying. I said, you seem relaxed.
Do I? I feel so tense and stressed.
Really?
I've been so busy. So I had a very relaxing January. Okay. And then I had a very relaxing 2 weeks of January. And then mid-January to now, my schedule has been, I've literally never been so busy in my whole life. I'm getting over it.
Wow.
I'm not even halfway through February and I'm like, I am over this year already.
Jesus. Okay. What are you busy with? Just a lot of clients? Or?
Yeah, clients, work, everything. It's everything. It's all of it, all at once. Shoots. And
tell me, what else is going on? Because I know you always have stuff in the background, right? There's the TV shows and all this other shit. Have you got anything on right now that you're working on?
Yes,
or
but I can't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Secret.
So everybody's got to tune in.
Okay, we'll wait and see.
In a bit. And see what I've got. I've always worked until I'm actually working on a couple of things, but I can't talk about.
Okay, all right.
What any of
wait
them
and see.
Are just yet.
Is one of them comedy? Is that what she?
No, one of them isn't comedy. Okay. Right. I don't think I could do. I like to think I'm funny.
Yeah, you're funny.
But I like to think that I'm funny naturally,
and not. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure standing up there and saying jokes.
Well, I like to think that I'm just funny, just as is.
Just funny. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. I just am.
All right.
Whereas I feel like if I was doing stand-up, it's like I'm forcing myself to be funny.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I've had actual comedians tell me that I'm hilarious.
Well, if it's coming from them, must be true.
Yeah, because I went on Ed Cavalier and
that's right,
Hughesy's show.
Yeah.
And that's why they kept inviting me back on, is because they thought I was hilarious.
There
and I'm
go.
like, they're two big dog comedians in Australia, and they thought I cracked them up.
There you go.
So I was like, oh my God, you think I'm funny?
Love it, too good.
Thanks. Tell me again.
Nice.
But that's obviously me. I'm just having, when I go on their show, I'm just chatting, not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be more pressure.
Yeah, that is.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah, going up there by yourself. It's tough.
But anyway, let's talk about the latest developments in the industry.
Yeah. So the ones...
Which you never know of the latest developments in the industry.
This is the crazy part. Is it like... So Bonnie...
Yeah.
She's been on the show before.
She's been on here, yeah.
Yeah, she's chill. And then I had people in my kind of dating coaching niche commenting on her, being like, oh, she fucked like, I don't know, it was like 1,000 guys or something, and it's coming up and they're all doing commentary and opinions on this and blah. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And so I looked a little bit into it, and there's also someone else, I'm going to forget her name.
Lily Phillips.
There you go, Lily Phillips, 100 in a day. But then she also was like teary and emotional in an interview after it or something as well. So yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah, that was a big thing, wasn't it, when Lily Phillips broke down afterwards. And look, I mean, it could have been that just she was tired. I mean, lots of people cry when they're just really stressed and tired. When I was an accountant, I used to cry almost every day. Yeah. Lots of people did. You go into the bathroom to go fix your makeup or something, chuck a piss, there'd be someone in the bathroom crying. Yeah. All the time. It would always happen. People would cry at their desk. People cry, and it's not like they were crying because they were getting gangbanged by guys in the office. They were crying because the job was fucking stressful and it was hard. So people cry when they're not getting. I guess they were getting like mentally fucked by the accounting job. But so that could have been it. I mean, my theory is that the crying was a publicity stunt.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it might not have been, because I mean it's totally valid that it could have just been super stressful. But if it was a publicity stunt, bloody smart one, because more people were actually talking about the fact that she cried than the actual stunt in itself. Yeah. And then I even had people like outside the industry asking me about it, being like, oh, but she cried. And I'm like, you know what? That would be so smart if she did that, because that's what everybody's talking about now. Yeah, see, I'm of the same thought process now, because I was that idiot that used to believe everything. Until you met me, and I'm like, oh. People were like calling their stories being like, oh, blah, 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 someone said this to me. And I'm like, really? And they're like, no, they're just doing it for marketing. I'm like, yeah, true. So when I saw that, I was like, I had the same thought. I'm like, this would be a fucking baller marketing move right now. Yeah. Because I don't remember it. Like, as in, it's not like I watched it today. It was like I watched it at the time that it sort of came out, which is a little bit ago now. You actually watched the video? Yeah. It was like a clip of it, because it was a documentary, wasn't it? I forget. I just saw the clip. Like someone shared the clip of like, this girl cried after having. But obviously, like, it sounds like now she wants to do the 1,000 guys. So, you know. I guess she wasn't too upset about it. Yeah, a bit of Gangbang Wars going on at the moment. Yeah, the Gangbang Wars. I was telling you, I was like, oh, on Twitter, they're calling it the Gangbang Wars. So tell me the drama. This is what I understand. So Bonnie and her were friends. Bonnie then said, I want to like break the record. And now this other lady has come out and be like, I want to break the record. And she was like, that was my idea. Is that essentially the drama that's happening right now? Yeah, so supposedly that is the drama. I mean, I talked to Bonnie briefly, but, not really about, because Bonnie and I are friends. Yeah. When we talk, it's not about drama. She doesn't want to talk about dramas going on in her life. Yeah, obviously. So that's honestly all I know about the drama is what comes out on the media. But then, again, like, because I know everyone in the industry and like I always know the truth behind a lot of the stories that go out. I even know the truth about the stories that go out about me that like, I mean, which not that none of them are like totally untrue, but like, there's always exaggerations. Yeah, of course, yeah. And, you might comment on something, but they'll take one line out of context. Yeah. So I've had that happen to me in articles before that I'm like, that isn't really what I said. But, I mean, like it is what I said, but because when it's out of context, they take like one not sentence. The same message, It's like, yes, I said that sentence, but you didn't put in everything I said before and after that would have like reframed it totally differently, right? So I know with this industry, because I know everyone, it's hard to believe like what is true. That's the extent that I know of it. But there's always and especially like Bonnie's playing 4D chess. She's like 5,000 steps ahead. Yeah. So it's great, Mark, because as you said, like I don't follow it too deeply. But then when her face was getting plastered over, I'm like, oh, that's Bonnie. So what's going on here? I know her. Yeah. So you get a lot of that people being like, that's disgusting and blah, blah. I'm like, no, she's a chill girl. Like I don't know. It's so funny to see like people's perception of who someone is without knowing them. I guess it's just based on. And that's the thing is like a lot of sex workers, like even people like Bonnie, like, you know, they see what, you know, she puts out in the media, which is, you know, unapologetic and whatever. But like you meet her in person and she's just this normal,
just
chill
normal. You would have no idea.
Girl that does normal people shit.
She's like, I've only met her a couple of times, but it seems very much like work is work. And then this is me in my personal life. And it's almost what I feel like almost like two different people. It's like, this is work mode. This is like personal mode. And they're just
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's like that with every sex worker. Like, you know, I mean, a lot of people think I'm a bitch and I'm intimidating, which I am, but.
Yeah. So that's your personal. What's your work like?
But I am also like friendly as well.
Yeah.
But you know, I actually do get a lot of clients that will like watch the podcast and then they meet me in real life and they're like, oh my God, like I was so worried you were going to be different to how you are on the show. And a lot of people think that this is just podcast me and that I'm not like this off air.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I wouldn't even know how to even act different. Like I just wouldn't even know how to do that.
The amount of episodes we've done, if we had to like pretend on this thing, like Jesus. Yeah.
No, I know. And it's even like when I'm with my clients, like I know some girls like they switch and they're like, you know, a different persona. I just think that's like, I feel like my job is hard enough as it is.
Yeah, to pretend to be someone else. Yeah.
Without having to like flick the switch on like, oh, I've got to act different to how I usually act.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're always pleasantly surprised. It's not like they're like, oh, what? You're also a stuck-up bitch in real life? Damn, I was hoping it would be so nice.
No, okay.
No.
This horrible fucking... No, okay. All right, so question.
What?
All right. Are you joining the Gangbang Wars? Are you going to do 1,050?
No, you know what?
2,000?
I've had a few people ask me this lately if I'm going to start doing like, you know, fucking fans or like, or the, you know, rage bait, which that's what they're calling it. It's a rage bait, right? No, it's not my thing. And I have no issue with it because a lot of friends of the show do it. You know, Bonnie does it, Kay does it, another friend of the show. Yeah. A lot of girls that I'm friends with do it. And I've been friends with Kay for a long time and Kay like invented rage bait. She was doing it before it was cool.
Yeah, 100%.
I've never had an issue with it, but it's just the conservative part in me that I try to suppress and I try to like kill off. There's parts of it which I mean, I feel like I've done well coming from a upper class conservative family and I was an accountant, which is also very conservative and I guess up like more affluent. I came from that to being an escort, which was a big shift in itself. Yeah. I think that's kind of where it ends. I don't think I could go any more scandalous than I already am. I think that was a big enough jump for me. And I mean, I would love to do that stuff. Well, I don't know. Look, to be honest, I don't even know if I would love to do it. I don't think it's me.
It sounds like so much work. 1,000 guys?
That definitely is.
Do you know how this works logistically? So like, 1,000 guys have sex. Does this just count like you just put your penis in once, penetration?
Yeah, every guy gets, I think it was like, you know, you get like a few seconds each. I think it's like, it's more than a few seconds, but I think it's like.
Is anyone coming?
I want to say, I think it was like 12 seconds a person or something, or 30 seconds.
I want to know how many of those guys were like managing to come in 12 seconds. Okay, you're like, I got 12 seconds, one shot, one opportunity.
So you've got to have penetration for it to count. Yeah. So each guy will get like, let's just say it's like 20 seconds a guy. So each guy gets 20 seconds of being able to penetrate. But from what I've read online, because I haven't watched the video, but from what I've read online is that all the guys stand around, like there's guys like circling her. So I don't really know how, okay, it's like, all right, number 3, 4, 5, all right, get out now.
Jerking off, getting ready?
So guys are all around her while it's going on. Ready. But it's just like, so obviously so there's obviously would be someone coordinating it. Like there must be some order. Like, okay, number 5, this is your jerk off spot. Number 6, this is your jerk off spot. And then they must spin around. Yep. And then there's like a spiral where they spin. So, because I read something about like that is what happened. So there'll be a room full of the people that are up and they're all naked and, you know, wanking. Yep. So some probably do come, but it would probably not be. Well, I mean, I've had guys come from like.
I'm sure. One
stroke. I've had guys come from me just looking at it. So that can also happen. And I mean, a lot of these guys would be young. They might not have even seen a vagina in real life before. Yep. So that might be enough to get them going.
Yeah. So imagine that's your job. They're like, what do you do for work? And you're like, I'm a gangbang coordinator. All right. I put the guys in the right spot. Okay. Number 5, this is your position. So
there are like, she does have like a coordination team. Oh yeah, but you were asking me how it goes. So she posts, so she'll get somewhere and she posts her address on, I don't know if there's so I think, so there has actually been changes to OnlyFans terms and conditions since that video, which a lot of people are very upset about because she's, I guess ruined that for other people. So but obviously she didn't know that was going to happen, right? But so what's happened since that video is obviously because that video stirred up a lot of controversy, right? So how it happens is to be in that video, you've got to do a bunch of consent forms if you don't have an OnlyFans account. So if you have an OnlyFans account, you just tag the person. So it's like, how you tag someone on Instagram? Yeah. You can do that on OnlyFans, but the other person has to have an account already, which means to have an account, you've got to be, OnlyFans verifies you. So that's why if you have an account, you've been through a verification process.
I understand.
And OnlyFans is comfortable that you are you and you are 18 and you are who you say you are and of age. So that's why you can then tag that person because OnlyFans has pre-vetted that account for it to exist. Obviously, it was possible to film content with people that didn't have an OnlyFans account, but you would have a whole bunch of forms and you'd have to take a whole bunch of pictures of them holding their ID to verify, this is me and whatnot. So and Bonnie does all that. All her paperwork is all in order. So it's not that any paperwork was missing. It was all perfectly in order. But I think there must have been complaints, or maybe OnlyFans is like, maybe it's a liability thing. Like OnlyFans must have been like, oh, this is probably just too much liability having this kind of content on our platform. Yeah. So what ended up happening was, so the video got removed from OnlyFans. So she's not allowed to sell it on OnlyFans. Okay. And then they've now come out and said the consent forms, we're getting rid of that now because it's too hard to track consent forms for these big gangbang videos, apparently, which it's not really. Like, they just really need to hire someone to just check. Well,
they have people doing that anyway,
and there's a set
right?
number. Like she said, you can see, like, every guy had a number in the video as well. So, like, you can easily verify the number of people and the consent forms, right? I think that they must just be lazy and don't want to do that. Yeah,
or they just don't want that type of content.
And it's probably like, okay, so for one video, it's probably okay, but they're probably like looking into the future being like, if we're getting 50 videos like this a day, we're going to have teams of people checking thousands of consent forms per day. Yeah. Something might slip through the cracks eventually if we're having to hire designated consent form checking teams for these big gangbang videos. So I'm assuming it's like a limiting their liability thing for these big videos. So now OnlyFans has said no more consent forms. They have to be an actual creator now. So like if I was to film a video with you for my page, you can't do the consent form anymore. You have to actually make an OnlyFans account yourself, get verified by OnlyFans, which is, they do like proper like facial, they have facial recognition software. So I have this friend who was banned from OnlyFans, and she's been trying to weasel her way back into it. And because they do like full screening facial recognition of your face, like they have like, they do like a full scanning thing. I don't even know what it is. So she's tried to make, use different IDs or get other people to make accounts, and they find her face and they kick her off. Like anything with her face in it, they just find it and they know like, you were a banned face, basically. Get off. Yep. And so their facial recognition technology is so good. I don't know what the whole tangent of that facial recognition thing. I had a point with that, but I can't remember what it was.
So I mean, ideally, so right now, the people that are shooting content that was like the amateur stuff, which was like, like the Uber driver and stuff like that, like, they have to go sign up for an account now. It's not as easy to just have them sign a form.
I know. And that I guess restricts access to like, a lot of people, because a lot of people film content with, their neighbor or their friend. Yeah. That's who they have access to. And so that neighbor or friend now will like be forced to, or, your boyfriend or client or whoever.
Yeah, exactly. They got to sign up.
And because like I know girls who film content with clients. Yeah. And obviously the clients would have had to do a consent form or whatnot, but some of these clients might not want to have an OnlyFans account tied to their,
who they are,
name. So that a lot of people are very angry about this now.
And I guess they're angry with Bonnie.
Yeah. Well, so a lot of people got angry at, so this, something similar happened when OnlyFans was like in its infancy days. I want to say it was Bella Thorne. So I actually can't remember what the drama was, but it had something to do with, everyone's going to have to fact check this story, but it's, I'm paraphrasing a bit. I want to say it was Bella Thorne, so big celebrity, had an OnlyFans, sold a video to people and lied about what was in the video. And then there was like a lot of chargebacks happening, a lot of people complaining about.
So she said, it's going to be this, and this, and it wasn't.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like I can't exactly, and I could be wrong, but there was some like issue with she sold something on there that wasn't what it was supposed to be. And then as a result of that, there was a lot of chargebacks, a lot of people complaining, a lot of people trying to like get their money out. And it was like millions and millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars that people had spent on this one thing. Yeah. So then, and I think she was selling it for like a really high price. I don't know. And it was like, she said like, send me these many thousands of dollars or whatever it was, and I'll send you this and whatnot. So anyways, and this was like in the millions that this thing was. So then OnlyFans then came out and said, you have to cap all tips and all sales at $200 US. And that was because of the thing that happened with her, and everybody obviously lost their shit about that because they're like, what if I want to sell my video for $500?
So the most you can sell anything for is $200,
and the most you can tip someone. And then it's like, what if I had someone that was giving me $1,000 tips a day, and now they can only give me $200 tip a day. So everyone hated her after that because that's silly as well to cap how much you can charge for something just because one person. Like, just cap her account. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or maybe like
just restrict her
maybe
account.
It should be
or ban her for misusing the platform.
Yeah, 200 seems really low too.
No, exactly right. Yeah. So like, because so now if I want to sell something for over $200, because like there are customs that I will do that will cost over $200, you have to break it up. Like, it has to be tip me this much on this day, tip me this much on this day.
Okay, so you can work around it a little bit. Or if you tip me this much up front and then you pay the rest when I do it. Like, so you got to like break it up. But it's so hard to keep track of that. Yeah, it's annoying.
So.
OnlyFans just keeps getting more tight in terms of.
When are you going to make an OnlyFans?
Yeah, never.
You were like, and I was getting excited. I was like, we're going to have Mark OnlyFans now?
Listen, I'll be doing my cuddle escorting before that. Don't you worry.
I feel like you could probably sell some of your products on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, I used to think that, right? Like selling like videos and stuff on that, but I'm too busy with all my coaching stuff right now. It's just like, no time, unfortunately. Do you know how you say when you feel busy? I feel like that's been me the last month. I just have feels like I have zero time.
We're growing up.
Yep, getting old. We'll talk about that last episode. Knees are sore. Yeah,
we're getting busy. I know.
Yep. So
it's good though. Like I like being busy.
Yeah.
It's boring when I'm not busy.
Yeah.
I guess. And you want your career to get to a certain level, right?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, I'm willing to be busy. In the hopes that, I'll have times where I can be less busy and feel more comfortable around that, I guess.
I'm happy to be busy if I'm making more money, which I am. Yeah. Like, so I was working long hours in accounting, but I was not happy about that because I wasn't getting paid any more for the long hours. You don't get paid overtime or anything. So you're working long hours for the same amount of money.
Yeah.
I don't know how they get away with that stuff. Seriously, it blows my mind.
So that's a good point. Like, at least, it feels like I'm getting something out of it, but I think, I'll probably work hard for the next few months and then look to have a bit of a break, I think.
Are you going to Europe this year?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? I might be going to Europe this year. I'll have to keep you posted.
We're going to Tomorrowland.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't I asking you about that and you said you didn't know if you were going?
Yeah, I think I was a little bit unsure before, but now we have tickets going to Tomorrowland. I just don't know what else we're doing. So I've got some work in Budapest for 2 weeks, probably some work in Poland for a week. And then outside of that, actually, maybe I should ask you. I don't know what to do in Europe. Like, I'll probably have a week or two, and I feel like I've done everything in Europe. I don't know where I should go.
You have lived in Europe for a long time of your life.
Have you ever been to like Norway?
No.
Iceland, something like that. That's maybe where I'm thinking of going.
Well, you have been there, haven't you?
I've been to Sweden, not to Norway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess just do the countries in Europe that you haven't done, like Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan or something. Go visit Borat.
Yeah.
Apparently Romania is quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think. I think is it Uzbekistan? David went there, like my business partner. Yeah. He thought it was really good.
I reckon just go to the same countries that you've been to, but just go to a different city in that country, like a smaller town.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan, I guess. We'll figure something out. It's just usually like all the other times I've been to Europe, there's been like one place that I like haven't been. I really wanted to check out, and I was like, now I'm just like, I feel like I've fucking been everywhere. Because you're right. Like I could go to I could go to Norway, but it's like, it feels very similar to Sweden. Maybe I just need to find a city that feels very unique and different. And
have you been to Germany?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, figure something out, or just spin the map old school and like punch somewhere.
I feel like maybe doing some of the smaller places, like like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, like those places.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more like Stan places.
Yeah, exactly.
In Europe that like no one really knows about. Well, like Turkey. Have you been to Turkey?
Yeah. Went there last year.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I should go again for my hair. Is that what you're trying to say? You should go get a hair transplant. I love that you're
like an influencer for being bold now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm not there yet. All right. I think I'll still got another couple of years, but I will be. All right.
I can't imagine you being bold.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. That's why you wear the hat now.
It's going to happen. Yeah. I'll look like this.
Was there something that, because did I tell you? So I ran into my ex-boyfriend recently.
No, you didn't tell me this.
And he had a full head of hair when we dated in uni.
Yeah.
And I ran into him and he was bald. Like scalp. Full scalp. Not even one hair. And I couldn't help myself. I had to ask. I was like, did you shave your head? And he goes, no, I lost my hair. I know, I'm such a bitch. I had to know because he had such nice hair.
How did he react to that? I'm curious.
He was sad.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I lost my hair.
Yeah, I don't think many guys...
He was going to cry and I was like, oh, poor thing.
I don't think many guys with a full head of hair go scalp mode and like...
Yeah, he had hair.
But what I'm saying is like, I don't think, like say he didn't go bald and he had full head of hair, I don't think he'd be like razoring that down.
Oh,
so if he's got no hair, it's probably because he went bald. Yeah. Basically what I'm saying is you probably didn't have to ask, you know. You could probably assume
I was being
that.
A bitch.
Yeah, sounds it.
I know, not on purpose, but anyway.
Well, what ex was this? Was this
the one that you haven't met him? I dated him in uni.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What was it like catching up with him or seeing him?
Yeah, it was good.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you like, yeah, I can do so much better now? Is that what you were thinking?
He commented on how good my ass looked.
There you go.
I know, and I was like, thank you for noticing.
Working on it, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and he said how good I looked. Okay. To be honest, he looked the same, just bald.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't look the same. You know, I've had a nose job since then, big tits. So I've gone to the gym. I've worked on my ass. I got tits.
So what you're trying to say is you look a lot better and he looks worse.
Well, no, he just looks the same.
Oh, okay.
But men don't really change. Like
some guys
it's not like he's like gotten a nose job.
Have you seen what Alex used to look like?
He was chubbier, wasn't he? The only thing men do to change their appearance is either lose their hair or get fat or skinny or fit.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, there's not many surgeries,
Yeah, guys like, I'm not, you're not coming back from this summer with
no, I'm not getting like a facelift or something.
New lips,
true.
New nose.
True.
Because there's so many, like if you look at like before and after photos of like girls after all the little tweaks that girls do, it's almost like unrecognizable.
That's true.
When you get a little, when you get your cheeks plumped up, your jawline, there's lots of things that girls do. Like I get filler in my chin. It's not my real chin.
It's not even your real chin?
No.
I don't even know that. There you go.
My chin is, I've got a dent in my chin.
Oh, like this? Is it?
Well, no, it's not a bum.
Oh, okay.
It's like a hole.
You get like a pussy. Is it?
No, it's like a dent, like a hole.
Okay, yeah.
Like it's like,
yeah, like a butt cheek.
Almost like somebody poked my chin, but then the poke mark is still there. It didn't like pop out again.
Okay, just like a hole.
That's what my normal
like a belly button
like.
in your face.
No. Not online.
So, all right.
But so anyway, so I've got like a dent in my chin. And so I get chin filler to push my chin out.
All right. And if I could get one surgery, what would I get?
Oh, as in like, what do you need?
Yeah. Well, if you could do like one thing, only one surgery, you get to pick one.
Well, I think any guy would probably say hair, wouldn't they?
Ah, okay. Yep. All right. Fair call.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
Well, right now you're losing your hair, so wouldn't you get your hair done?
All right, besides that,
I'm not going to tell you what's wrong with your face.
No, I'm not good. I'm very secure. There's nothing you could say that I'm going to like.
Don't play this game with me.
All right, fine. All right.
If I was a guy, so not you, but if I was a guy, these are the surgeries that I would get if I was a guy. If I needed to, because obviously I don't know what I would look like if I was a guy, but these are the surgeries that I would get.
All
right. Yeah, well, I mean... Well, even hair, like, because some guys look really good bald. So, like, I don't even know if that would be at the top of my list. Jawline.
Are you trying to say my jawline's not good enough?
No, you do.
Is that you think I need a better jawline?
No, you do have a jawline.
I'm just fucking
You actually do have a jawline.
Thank you.
I would get my jawline and chin done. Like, no one likes it if a guy's got, like, a weak chin or, like, a weak jawline.
That's a big one, yeah.
So, I would try to do something for my chin and jawline. And I know a couple guys that have gotten jawline
I've seen
stuff.
guys with, like, fillers and stuff.
Yeah. And then, a beard is like can change a guy's face completely.
Okay, yeah.
Get a beard. So that's obviously an easy one. It's not really surgery. Teeth, if I had bad teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which I had braces my whole life. So I don't know if my teeth would be that different. But if I had bad teeth as a guy, I'd get my whole teeth done. I feel like guys.
You have like Invisalign or something these days. Yeah.
Nice teeth. Yeah, this is all simple. I mean, depending on how my chest looked, pec implants maybe.
Oh, really? It just weeds me out.
I've never actually met anybody with pec implants.
Yeah, I haven't seen any guys, but I've only seen, do you know those like shows where it's like fucked up?
Oh,
like,
botched, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it wouldn't look like that.
It just it just doesn't look or feels natural and weird.
So I've got implants and I don't feel my tits and go, oh, fuck, like those implants feel weird.
I think I need to see what it actually looked like with today's surgery. But like what I've seen them before, it just felt and looked so fucking weird. It probably
would feel different because like when you feel a fake tit, it feels like
if I was a guy and I just wanted, like I just take tests, like just take testosterone and like fucking bulk up.
So I have a few clients that take like human growth and that's meant to be good for you.
Well, I don't know if it's good for you, but yeah, it helps with like connective tissue and
I don't know.
Get bigger, yeah.
They don't teach you these things in girl school.
Yeah, girl school,
They just teach you about periods. You don't have sex and
my
get
concern
pregnant.
would be, I feel like a lot of male cosmetic stuff, it makes you look feminine sometimes, right?
Yeah, so I had this client once that had a lot of stuff done to his face and he did look a little feminine. But he still looked good though.
Yeah.
Oh, laser is another one that I would get if I was a guy.
Yeah,
if I was
I got
real
laser.
hairy, I'd get that shit laser.
Actually, I have an appointment at 4.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
we have time, but.
Oh, not much time. All right.
No, we got time. What's the time?
It's 3:35.
Yeah, it's literally just out here.
Oh, okay.
It's like 2 minutes away. But thank you for reminding me. Yeah, but laser on my arms, yeah. I just hate hair.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah,
So
I hate it.
Sometimes I'll get asked like in an inquiry. They'll be like, oh, can I just know, like, are you shaved or waxed? And I'm like, please. How?
Oh, what do you think
insult.
I am? Yes.
I'm lasered.
Try find a piece of hair on me.
Yeah. I'm lasered head to toe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, if I was a girl, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't just laser.
I have been getting full body laser since I was 18.
Yeah. Like
actually, I think I actually started when I was 17.
It just feels.
I don't even think I was 18 yet.
Like you just save so much time.
It's been, well, I'm 29 now. So it's been like almost 12 years I've been getting full body laser. Yeah.
Because that's a lot of like shaving and waxing.
I always had a lot of hair as well. So I guess it maybe depends on how much hair you had.
Yeah.
I always had a lot of hair because, the South America, it was always dark and thick.
Well, that's good for laser.
Well, and it's good for eyelashes and eyebrows and like the hair on my head. So everyone loves my eyebrows. Well, love, hate. I get some comments sometimes I get some comments or like replies to my stories being like, what are those eyebrows? And I'm like,
oh, really?
You know how much people pay to have these eyebrows?
Bro, do you know what I hate? Okay, hate's a strong word. Do you know what I dislike? Do you know that trend with the really bushy, thick eyebrows and that's all like going up?
Oh, the laminated eyebrows.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't mind if it's like but I've seen girls where it looks like there's a wig on their forehead.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
I'll need to show you a photo. Okay. It's too much for me. Right. But yeah, the laminated look, but it's like a lot. And I'm like, it feels like there's a wig on your face. Okay. I can't do it. Yeah.
Well,
how do we get there?
I don't know. All right. Should we wrap things up now since you've got to get to your laser appointment?
We'll wrap up here, guys.
Okay.
Hope you enjoy the new camera angle. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, no, I didn't enjoy the new camera angle. I do look really tanned though, but that's obviously just because I'm wearing fake tan from my shoot.
Fake tan salt. All right, guys. Peace.
Hopefully see you soon.